Hello everyone, Ankit here. In our previous videos, we have seen what correlation was and where it was actually applied. Now let us take a step further and let us see where we can apply correlation. So before going into it, let's just see what machine learning is, and then I'll explain you how these two are related. So machine learning, as the name itself says, that it's something that machine learns. So machine learning by itself is called machine learning. So how does a machine do that? So there are certain algorithms which a machine uses in order to learn something, to pick up certain patterns and all. So this is called machine learning. This was a very brief introduction of it. We can also compare technical programming, traditional programming with machine learning. So what happens in traditional programming is we feed the computer with data as well as a program, and the computer generates certain output. In machine learning, we give output to the computer as well as the data. We say that this is the data and this is the output, and the computer itself figure out what can the program be, so that it will map the output to the data, so that data and output is mapped. So I hope that was clear. And uh, as I already mentioned, machine learning uses certain algorithms. So there are mainly two types of algorithms that machine learning uses. Those are supervised and unsupervised. Supervised meaning that the algorithm that it's using, the data that it's using has a target variable defined. That means certain output is given to the system. So in supervised learning, we have further two types of supervised learning, that is regression and classification. So that was about supervised machine learning. And unsupervised machine learning is is when we feed the data that does not have any output. So the main thing that unsupervised learning algorithms does is clustering. It forms clusters, it finds hidden patterns in the data. So certain examples of clustering would be um, uh, grouping of similar kind of movies with respect to genres. So that is one kind of one example of it. Now coming to the supervised learning, as I told, there are two types of supervised learning: regression and classification. First, let us take a look into regression. And I already mentioned that I will try to link the correlation with machine learning. So the first algorithm in uh, supervised learning, that is uh, regression, uses correlation. So how does it use? Let us again see what regression means. So regression is when you have two variables, we can establish certain function between these two. So establishing a function, for example, we have two variables y and x. We want to find y with respect to x, and when we establish a function between them such that y is a function of x, that is y equal to f of x, then this is called uh, regression, establishing a function between two variables. So where does correlation come into picture? So first, this is the general steps that we take when we have certain variables, and the output variable, the target variable, the one that we are trying to figure out, one we are trying to predict, if that is continuous numerical variable, then that can be achieved by using regression. So first, we do correlation on the data. We first do correlate the data and see whether there is any relation between them or no. If we find a certain relation, then the degree of relation is given by regression. So I hope that was clear to you, and it was just a brief introduction to machine learning as well as linking the statistical part with actual machine learning part to it. So this was it from my end. Thank you for watching.